And joining me right now is Peter Montopoli of the CSA. It's safe to say, Peter, this is a historic day in Canada. A lot of people are excited about this hiring. How did you guys come about this? Because I've been told there was close to 50 to 60 people that really were interested in this job.
There were, and it was a long process. It took close to 9 months where Victor and I were traveling around the world looking and trying to find the best coaches. At the end of the day, we looked in our confederation at CONCACAF and CONMEBOL and UEFA, and just felt the right place, the right time was the coach that we've hired, Benito Floro, was the right individual to lead us to the next level for the men's national team program.
Is it safe to say instant respect today has returned to Canada?
We'd like to think so. I think certainly his background, his pedigree, he's coached around the world, he's had success, he's coached at Real Madrid. Certainly the one thing that we found was that he was really recommended to us by the Spanish FA. We know where they are right now, and we know where they are in relation to coaching development. So he was one of the godfathers of coaching football in Spain. So that's certainly, I would say, if one's looking at respect, one would say Benito Floro is it.
It's nice to finally see that someone wants to come to Canada, coach the national team, and we're not the butt of jokes so many times. And it's great to see a guy like this that has so much experience, Peter. I know a guy like you and Victor wanted a guy like this desperately to get back the results you want to see in CONCACAF.
Yeah, I think Benito recognized what the country has to offer. But secondly, certainly the carrot of coaching in a World Cup, in a FIFA World Cup, every major coach would see that as a significant opportunity, one that they would really look to grab hold of and see that really Canada has an opportunity to qualify for the World Cup through the placings through CONCACAF.
Peter, a lot of respect has to go to you and your staff as well. I've noticed the last year or so, a lot of sponsorship deals have been signed. And this is great, not only for the CSA, but for soccer in general in this country, that big companies want to come on board with the CSA. And that means more friendlies, that means more money for the men and the women. So congratulations to you and your staff for doing that, because I think that goes under the radar.
Thank you very much, Anthony. Appreciate it. We've worked very hard to develop our brand. It's taken a while, but I believe we're getting to where we need to be, and I think this is just a natural extension, signing a head coach of this caliber, having John Herdman on board on the women's side, the success we had this past summer with the women's team. I think now we're attacking what we need to be attacking is the technical side of the program, but we build up the business development to support financially and operationally the successes we need on the pitch. Certainly having a full house at BMO Field June 2nd with the women's national team was a great success, and we need to continue that to get our men's team to that level, and that's where we need to be, Anthony.
We'll close it out with this, Peter. Does Coach Benito Floro have the ability to make changes as he wants, whether it's his coaching staff, the technical side, bringing in certain things? Can he do that? Has he given free rein?
Absolutely, certainly. He needs to evaluate coaches in Canada and then to select certain coaches to be part of his program that he feels very comfortable. He was very adamant that he wants to develop coaches in Canada to be part of his program. So he certainly has an open slate to do what he feels is best for the program while also developing Canadian coaches.
Peter, congratulations. A historic day in Canada. Keep up the good work yourself and Victor Montagliani. I got to tell you, guys kept this under the radar. A lot of us were stumped, but good work, Peter.
Thank you very much, Anthony. Thank you for your support.
And right now joining us is the president of the Canadian Soccer Association, Victor Montagliani. Victor, a historic day in Canada, an important day in Canada. Congratulations on you and Peter Montopoli in getting this hiring. Benito Floro comes to Canada. You kept this under wraps from many people. And again, this is an important hiring. Talk about it.
Yeah, it's a very important day because I think, notwithstanding, there's no guarantee of results, Anthony, but I think it's a watershed moment in a cultural way in this country, and that I think we're sort of sending the message out that we're an international federation, and that we're not going to rest our laurels on anything other than trying to be the best that we can be, and I think this is what this kind of announcements sort of announces.
It's safe to say respect has returned to Canada, and in the CONCACAF region has been put on alert that Canada now means business. How important is that as well for you and all of Canada?
Well, it's very important. I think I did get a lot of calls and texts from my confederation president buddies, and one of the comments was one guy texted me from one of the Latin countries saying, "It looks like your country's starting to grow up." So, kind of a shot, but, underneath that, it's a compliment as well. So, I think for too long, I think we've had the passion and the people that have been passionate almost contained within the closet. But now I think that closet has been burst open by you see here the reaction by the media. It was covered live on Sportsnet. And what I'm happy most for is the fans, the guys that live and breathe football, the guys that are on the let me get my direction right here, the south side of BMO Stadium, who go crazy, right? And because at the end of the day, whether you're the president of the association, the general secretary, we're all that DNA runs in all of us. So I think that's important, and that people need to know that. As a federation, we're committed to, just the pursuit and the relentless pursuit of excellence. And we're going to stumble as we have in some areas, but that doesn't mean we're not going to get up and keep going. And we will keep going.
Has Benito given full control? Can he pick and choose who he wants as his assistants? We see his son has made it on board with him, but can he dissect and bring in who he wants?
Yeah, I mean, Benito, he made it very clear he wants to involve Canadian coaches. But, in terms of how that program runs, where it runs, when it runs, why it runs, that's all Benito.
When is the first time we're going to be able to see Benito on Canadian soil player friendly? Is it going to be a BMO in Edmonton, Vancouver, something in the works?
Yeah, I mean, right now, he's obviously going to observe the Gold Cup. He'll then be here in August. And then we're already looking at friendlies for September and October. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get a home game then. Just because of the calendar, and it's not really up to us sometimes, it's up to the other countries, right? But we'll work on that, and so, we'll probably have a better idea probably in the fall of when the first home game will be. If it's 2/13, great. If it's not, then we'll have to wait till 2/14.
Victor, the Gold Cup's coming up, and I think a guy that deserves a lot of respect from you and I and all Canadian soccer fans, Colin Miller. I mean, here today we're talking about the hiring of Benito Floro, but he's there doing an interim job, and a guy that is a proud Canadian. So talk about him and the team getting ready for the Gold Cup as well.
Yeah, I tell you what, if the players are going to take anything, if the players are going to play like Colin Miller bleeds Canada, we'll do all right. Because Colin Miller he's got the heart of a lion. He will bleed for this country and for this association, and I have nothing but the utmost respect for that guy. And he's a professional through and through, and I know he'll do a fantastic job.
Victor, congratulations. You said when you took the job you weren't going to sit still, and you made a statement to all of Canada hiring Benito Floro. Congratulations to you and Peter Montopoli, and good luck in the next qualifying, my friend. Victor Montagliani, CSA President.
Thank you.
And right now joining us is two proud Canadians, Bobby Iarusci, John McGrane, two guys from the alumni. A historic day, Bobby, here in Canada. I think a lot of us are excited about this hiring. Your thoughts?
Well, Benito Floro has an illustrious resume. He's coached all over the world. He's coached at different levels. Coached in Japan, coached in South America, Mexico, coached the great Real Madrid team for a couple of years. And I'm hoping that a lot of his experience will rub off and inspire our players. I think that's really what we need from an international coach. We need that type of reassuring our players that they're good enough to play against anyone, anywhere.
John, can you get us to Russia 2018?
Well, let's put it this way. I don't want to put the cart before the horse, but I do believe it's a step in the right direction. Anytime we can improve on what we had to where we're going, I think is important. The general consensus is that he's a teacher. He has the ability to be able to deal with third world nations, third world mentality. I think the fact that he's coached in North America or in CONCACAF is a positive. I mean, there's no harder place to coach in the third world nations than there is in Mexico. It's almost like in Spain. So I think coming in here, there's going to be less of a pressure on him from media. But I think that his resume and his background and the years that he's been in the game, the fact that he's a teacher, I see it as being nothing but positive.
Bobby, we'll close it with this, and you as well, John. Do we get respect in the country of Canada finally in CONCACAF and in the world with this hiring?
Well, I would think that he would bring respect. I think that because Floro is coaching Canada, we'll be able to line up games with teams in the first and second tier, not just in CONCACAF. And because we need to expose Canada to the rest of the world.
John?
I think anytime you have a coach of that caliber coming into your country, you're going to get respect. But again, respect is earned on the field. Results will always be the measuring stick by which it's a good or a bad signing. But I think that anytime you can move forward with the kind of experience we have right now is a positive one.
Two guys that have had respect in Canada for so long, John McGrane, Bobby Iarusci. Guys, thanks. A historic day in Canada, the hiring of Benito Floro.